Bust it.
Good morning, girls. It's a nasty day here in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. Sorry about the lighting. I figured it would be better to do a video than not do one. I had a request about doing the AM and PM. Hold on a second. So I had a request to do my AM and PM skincare. So I thought it's going to be a little different approach because I don't do the same thing every day. Let's just call it my skincare arsenal. I guess we can start with what I did last night. Last night, I took my makeup off with a wipe. Then I went to the bathroom and rinsed and patted my face dry. Then I used my Epionce, the Lytic, and then I used the Renewal lotion on top of that. And then I took this Lauder Mercier, what is this? Flawless Skin Repair Cream, and dotted it around my eyes. The reason I did that is because I didn't feel like looking for my specific eye cream. I have one by Epionce, but I don't know where I put it. My line of thought is at night I treat, and in the morning I prep my skin to apply a face. So if I don't know what I want to do and I don't have a lot of energy to do something specific, I just so I do something, I take my makeup off and I use this Epionce. If I want to treat myself, I take my makeup off and I use a mask. And I have a big box of things that you girls have sent me. And I have tons of different masks. So I'll take my makeup off, put a mask on, and sit and watch TV. And then usually the mask has something in it that you're supposed to leave on your skin and let it soak in. So I do. And if my, and then I just don't do anything else. But if my skin is feeling like the heat's running a lot and I'm worried about my skin feeling tight and dry when I wake up, I will seal the mask serum, whatever was in the mask. It's usually a hydrating mask in the wintertime. Then I'll seal it in with this Enriched firming mask from Epionce. I'll just put this on top of it and it just kind of, it's a mask that you can sleep in, and it just treats your face and protects it from the heat running all night. And we wake up, and Pat and I, whatever I'm doing, Pat does the same thing. Touch with his skin enough to know. If I ask him a question, I'll say, is your skin dry? Is it tight? Have you, do you have any concerns? And then I'll try, and he'll say, oh, no. So I just make him do whatever I'm doing. when I notice my skin looking dull and my makeup just not sitting on my skin pretty, it just doesn't have a pretty finish, it just looks dull, I will use this Rejuv, and it has the hydroquinone and the Retin A in it. A Retin A product, I highly recommend Retin A. You have to have Retin A in your arsenal. If you have sensitive skin, you may not be able to wear, you may have to do it like every third night. But I highly recommend it. It's what encourages cell renewal. It turns your cells over faster. As we get older, our cells turn over much slower, and that's what gives us the dull, patchy skin. So if I notice my makeup not going on smooth, and I just, you know, when I put my makeup, I thought, I spent all this time on my makeup. Why do I just look blah. I don't look awesome or radiant, or as radiant as I can look. I'll use a Retin A product, and I have this, and I just have the generic cream. It's Trentinoin cream, and it's only 5%. And you only use a pea-size amount, and in case you've never used Retin A, and it gets emollient in your, it melts. And tap it, keep it away from your eyes, keep it away from the cracks in your nose and the cracks in your mouth. So if you wanted a set timetable, I would say the Epionce is gentler. I would use this 2 nights, and then use a Retin A product 1 night, and then use this 2 nights. Then the AM treatment. When I get up in the AM, I still have traces of the skincare that I used the night before, and I just rinse my face with water and pat it dry. I look in the mirror and I feel it with my fingers, and if it feels scaly or dry, or I use, if I'm in a hurry, I'll just use the Paula's Choice. It's the, and I'll put the name of it right here and a picture of it. It is a physical exfoliator, and it will help take off some of that, those dead skin cells that are still hanging on, that'll cause your makeup to look patchy and your skin to not look luminous. I saturate my cotton pretty good and put a good layer of that on, and then brush my teeth, and then I rinse it off. You can leave it on, but I don't like the way it feels when I leave it on. It's sticky. As far as, let's see, what else? Sometimes when I have a lot of time and my skin, and I've used the Retin A products religiously, and I've gotten a lot of cell turnover, and I have a lot of skin hanging on, or dry patches, and I want it to just hurry up and recover so I can get on with smooth skin, I'll use this Kate Somerville Exfolikate. This is fabulous. Love this. I do not use, it has a tiny bit of scrubby in it and enzymes. I do not use the Clarisonic. I have found that anytime that I use a physical exfoliator, something that scrubs my skin, I break out. It overstimulates. I just break out. So I don't use a Clarisonic, or I gently wipe off whatever treatment if I use a washcloth to remove my makeup or whatever. I don't scrub. As Pat said, when we were doing our 2017 favorites, he said I couldn't put, it wasn't accurate for me to specifically say this has been what's made the most difference in my skin, or this is the product, because I do so many things. The diet, the high fat, moderate protein, low carb diet, I think has made a difference. It balances in the intermittent fasting. It gets your hormones in check. It balances your cortisol, your insulin, and therefore it balances estrogen. And all of that is evident in the health of my skin. I notice I have less dark circles. Also the sleep. Okay, so besides the products that I use on my skin and my diet, it's important to sleep. I think we all notice that we lose that sparkle in our eyes, and our face, just everything looks tired, the dark circles under the eyes, and it's hard to repair. Heal myself with my diet. We split a Unisom every night. This is how big it is. And it has a line in it. And I break it in half, and we each take half a Unisom every night. Cutting down on alcohol. If you're middle-aged, I guarantee you the alcohol is keeping you from sleeping straight through the night. We had not been sleeping straight through the night probably for maybe 10 years. And the keto diet, intermittent fasting, and cutting way back on the alcohol, like Pat will have one beer and I'll have one glass of wine. Any over that, the sleeping is just not as sound. And that has to do with skincare, AM and PM skincare. Think of that as a skincare regimen when you, as your day is winding down, stopping at no alcohol or only one. Also, along with our half a Unisom before we go to sleep at night. And this is, I've had comments where people were concerned with the amount of iron I'm probably getting in my system, and that women my age don't need that much iron. I don't know how much iron this has in it, but this is a whole food based prenatal vitamin, and the dose on it, or the suggested directions for taking this, is 3 a day. Pat takes one and I take one at night. So we take one of these. I take 2 magnesiums. Pat just takes one. And then half a Unisom. We also drink water with like a pinch of Celtic salt in it, and that helps you with your trace minerals and trace minerals are so important. I guess the first thing off the top of my head that trace minerals are good for is mood. So during 2017, Nudu, I don't know, it could have been the end of 2016, this brand sent me a PR package, and sometimes I have this sitting on my bathroom counter. Sometimes, just to change things up, I'll use this system. And it has a cleanser and a toner and a moisturizer and an eye cream. And I don't know where the eye cream is. Somehow I seem to misplace the eye creams, don't I? Here it is. Here it is, the eye cream. So anyway, I also have, some of you girls have sent me these too. Sometimes I use, so chemical exfoliants. I generally use those in the morning before I do my makeup, so that if there's any dry skin, dry patches, it gives me a smooth surface to apply my makeup. And here's another one that I've used. It's the Dr. Dennis Gross. That one works. Let's see what else I have in here. That's about it. But I always pick up I have a variety of these. Some of you girls have sent them to me, and I've picked up a few. And I usually, Pat and I sit and watch TV with one of those on. So, if I had something that I would want you to remember from this video is take your makeup off every night and have an easy treatment to apply, and be sure that a couple of times a week you are using a retinol product if you want smooth, luminous skin and a good makeup application. Try to clean up your diet, try to lower your simple carbs, eat dark green leafy vegetables and fatty cuts of meat. And if you follow these things and you're not seeing a change, get back with me and we'll figure out where it is, what else different you need to do to see a change. Anyway, I hope this answered some of your questions about my daily skincare. If you're wondering what I'll probably do tonight, since I did this last night, I'll probably do this. Since I did this last night, which is kind of gentle and it's more of a gentle skincare routine, I'll probably do this tonight because it's a little more aggressive. And then tomorrow I won't notice any dry patches. I'll probably just rinse my face and go on with my makeup, and probably in a couple of days I'll have some dry patches, and I'll definitely have to use one of the chemical exfoliants to get the dry patches smoothed out. Also, I coat my lips every night with a high quality lip balm. I'm always mindful to put something on to coat my lips at night before I go to sleep, so that when I wake up in the morning they're soft too. Hope y'all are having a good 2018 so far, and I'll see you soon.
Next day's function, high class luncheon. Food is served and you're stone cold munching. Music comes on, people start to dance, but then you ate so much you nearly split your pants.